Hey, Chocolicious signing on, aka Sherelle. But I really wanted to come here and explain to y'all why something I totally had no clue happened. I've always, just to give you a little bit of background about me, I've always been kind of like, I like to think active. I run, I exercise, got a gym membership that I utilize. Even on the days where I don't go to the gym, I'm pretty active. But you know how they say 80, 20%? 80% is done in the kitchen, y'all, and 20% is done in the gym. And if you think about that, it makes sense because we're not spending our whole day in the gym. We're not. We're spending probably for most of us maybe an hour. If you're on a bit on the extreme, you might be spending 2 to 2.5 hours in the gym. So essentially, that's about 20% of your day. The other 80%, y'all, I was getting into all kinds of stuff. So over a period of time, I found myself going to Starbucks immediately after leaving the gym. And consistency is the biggest thing. Like if you do something consistent, no matter if it's good or bad, you're going to see the manifestations of the results of that consistent behavior. Like I said, whether or not it's good or bad. So unfortunately, the down part about that is I packed on a lot of weight. I was a lot more fluffier. And I guess over the years, since I've always dealt with trying to balance what I believe was a healthy weight for me, I created Chocolicious. It's a big story behind that. We'll get to that in a later video. But Chocolicious established, her comfort and her confidence in that alter ego. Because, yeah, I always felt that I was beautiful. I always felt that I was sociable. I never really had an issue getting friends or getting compliments from the opposite sex. But how at certain weights you feel that you're at your top, and at certain weights you feel like you ain't doing right. So that's where I was. So over that period of time, and I want to say about a year, maybe 2 years, I gained probably 50 pounds. 50 pounds. And it's a combination of bad bad eating choices. You cannot outwork a bad diet. It sounds cliche, but you can't do it. Like I said, gym membership, going to the gym all the time, working out all the time. I even had a personal trainer, and shout out to him. And I feel so sorry for wasting his time because he would literally work me. I would be sweating in the gym, and then after I left the gym after that wonderful workout that literally almost killed me, I would drive to Starbucks, which was probably not even a half a mile from the gym, y'all, and order my venti, my poison, my comfort. Yes. So over time, steadily, and sometimes it would be two in a day. So over time, that weight it crept on. And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my gosh. How? When? Pictures always, like they say, pictures will say 1,000 words. And I want my 1,000 words to be good. I don't know about y'all. I don't want my 1,000 words to be terrible or embarrassing or humiliating because, if you are like me, which a lot of people are, trying to balance your weight, at least for me, has been a lifelong challenge. From an adolescent, from high school, from a young adult to now a adult, full-blown adult, married, children, balancing career, balancing, just life. It's always been a lifelong challenge with that. But that light bulb clicked. Sherelle, Chocolicious, you got to do something about this. So what we all do when we're looking for a ways to cut, we go to either extreme or we go to something where we think we're going to get some immediate gratification, some immediate, feedback or some immediate results. But what I did, y'all, I went to this place called YouTube University. Yeah, YouTube University. And I came across something, a whole community. It's a whole community dealing with fasting. And I had dabbled in fasting once before. I just couldn't remember, the details, but I honed in. Y'all, when I say I was laser focused, I was laser focused on trying to get that weight off because I wanted to get to a comfortable, what I believe, a more confident version of Chocolicious. So fast forward, my birthday was in August. So, your birthday, you celebrate, you do all kinds of stuff. You take multiple pictures. But you know what happens when we taking multiple pictures when we don't feel like we're at our top? The pictures are either be from here up and not full body pictures. But I was taking full body pictures, y'all. And when I got back and I started looking at those pictures, yes, I was not 100% satisfied with what I saw. So I told myself first, I said, Sherelle, you are not at your best. So I had to really, really get serious about doing something about it. So back to YouTube University, I came across a fasting community. I just binge watch fasting videos, y'all. And when I say application, So for the entire month of September 2025, there was, and I documented everything, y'all. There was 384 hours. Nope, hold on. There was 432 hours that I didn't eat anything. So I was doing what I heard or established of as rolling 72s. So for 72 hours, that's 3 days, I would not eat anything. During this period of time, I would only consume water, tea, coffee, nothing sweet in it. It was just plain. I would maybe occasionally enhance it with some lemon, but that was it, y'all. I started out at 213 pounds. At the end of September, and when I say I was laser focused, y'all, I did not miss a beat for the entire month. 72 hours. 72 hours, I would go on that fast. And then for 2 days, I would come off of it and eat reasonably. I wasn't really monitoring what I was eating, sort of, kind of, but I would have 2 days of eating and then I would go back into those 72 hours of fasting. When I say that was what I needed to kick me into high gear, because at the end of the month, like I told y'all, I started at 213 pounds. At the end of the month, I had gotten to 199 pounds. Yeah, that's all I needed to see. I needed to see something to give me a hope that I could lose the weight. Hope that something that I was doing, as long as I stayed consistent and focused, I could get the results that I was looking for. So I saw it coming off. So I was like, we're going to keep the party going. So for the month of October, I did a little bit, I kind of decreased it. So instead of the 72 hours, I went to 48 hours. So 48 hours, which is 2 days, nothing to eat. Water, tea, coffee with some enhancers of lemon. After that, 2 days, I would eat. Slight adjustments to my meals. Still was eating. There was nothing that I can think of that I cut out, so I was still eating. So because I was still eating, not really making any major changes, I didn't see a huge drop in the scale, but I did lose 5 pounds. So a loss to me is a loss, not a gain. I'm winning, y'all. Once again, I'm laser focused because I need to get this weight off. So party still going. I'm still focused. I'm still locked in. Although it wasn't a significant weight loss like I had seen the first month, I'm still kicking in the gear. And y'all, let me also let you know that all during this time, my schedule Monday through Friday, even sometimes on Saturday or Sunday, I'm still working out in the gym for about an hour. My workout consists of cardio. I just recently had started adding some weights, modified weights, 15 pounds at the max, to getting this weight off. Because once again, I'm laser focused and I'm telling you, I am not missing the beat. Not missing the beat. stayed consistent. There was not one time that I fell off or I just said, oh, I can't do it today, because I'm laser focused and trying to get this weight off. But y'all, when I say at the end of that month, which was October, it came out to, I did the calculations, it came out to 384 hours that I hadn't had anything to eat for the entire month. I'm still feeling good. I'm feeling this energy is coming from nowhere, the insight, the creativity, the hope. I can see the tunnel at this point. So I'm coming up with a plan for getting ready for the holidays, because y'all know around the holidays what we do. We get invited to potlucks, we go see family, and all of these events and occasions is centered around food. So we packing on a lot of weights. My goal is the opposite. I'm trying to lose weight instead of pack on weight. So what I did was I created another plan. I like to have plans. I have to have a plan, and I have to have it written down for me to see something to hold myself accountable. Okay, so what I did was I came up with a plan for November, which brings us to this month. November, I said I was going to do ADF. Most of you are probably familiar with alternate day fasting. So I did the alternate day fasting. And when I say that was the best thing since sliced bread, 36 hours. So 36 hours I would eat. No, I would not have anything to eat. No food, no drinks, no nothing. Same thing. And then after that, I would eat for within a window. The window that I gave myself is from anytime up to 6. After 6 o'clock, I'm not eating anything. And then I would roll back into that 36 hours, which today, as I'm recording this, is I'm actually in a fasting state now. Today was an eat day for me, but like I said, I don't eat anything after 6 o'clock. Y'all, that scale is looking a lot more friendlier. So as I'm recording this video, I have now gone from 213 pounds to 185 pounds. My goal weight is to get to 165, and I believe I will probably be there by March. So I'll be giving you, routine updates, including all of the other things that I'm doing. Because remember, y'all, 20%. 80% of what you eat, 80% of it is done in the kitchen, as they say, and 20% is done outside in the gym or outside, being active. You got to combine the two. I have learned and I have lived that you cannot outwork a bad diet. I had a gym membership forever, have been active forever, running, doing all this kind of stuff, but I could not get that scale to peel back. But I think I have unlocked what works for Sherelle's body, what works for Chocolicious body. And I'm excited about it, y'all. I'm so excited about it. So I look forward to what the results are going to be like. And I will keep you updated. I love to hear your comments, but I know y'all going to be rooting me on. I appreciate the support. If you found value in this video, consider liking, sharing, or subscribing. I'm a newbie here, so definitely, I'm new to all of the YouTube University and lingo, but I hope somebody has found value in my content, value in my experience, because I know I ain't the only one who trying to not gain all that weight for the holidays. But until the next day update, I'll see y'all later. Chocolicious signing out.